The Davis-Bacon Act was passed on March 3, 1931. There have been several amendments throughout the years, but most recently, some major changes have been made. Coming into effect on October 23, 2023, the Davis-Bacon Act Final Rule makes some updates to the original regulations in the Davis-Bacon Act. A wide variety of updates were made to the Davis-Bacon Act pertaining to the process of deciding prevailing wage rates, wage determinations, definitions, compliance principles, and enforcement amongst a myriad of changes. We'll be going over differences that are key to keeping up with the Davis-Bacon Act. The focus for this video will be changes made within the Davis-Bacon Act Final Rule definitions. We'll be covering the following terms as provided by the Davis-Bacon Act Final Rule comparison chart. The term building or work has been expanded to include several kinds of renewable energy facilities. This includes modern forms of construction into coverage within the Davis-Bacon Act, and that even a portion of the building, work, or installation is incorporated. These activities can include solar panels, wind turbines, broadband installation, and the installation of electric car chargers. The final rule clarifies the inclusion of demolition work within Davis-Bacon labor standards. This is because of the future construction activities that result from the demolition. The contracting officer now extends to state and local agencies where it previously only mentioned federal agencies. A contracting officer is an individual authorized to enter into contracts on behalf of a state or local agency or other entity awarded federal funding. Contractors and subcontractors previously weren't clearly defined. Now, a contractor is defined as an entity signed to perform on a project, this being known as a performance bond, for a defaulted contractor. This excludes a material supplier unless they are performing work under a development statute. A subcontractor is any contractor agreeing to perform or be responsible for performance for any part of a contract. Prime contractors have been defined in the final rule as any person or entity that enters into a contract with an agency. This generally includes a body that is responsible for overseeing the construction anticipated by the prime contract. This can include the following: controlling shareholders or members of any entity holding a prime contract, joint venturers or partners in any joint venture or partnership holding a prime contract, and general contractors. This definition has been extended to include construction of the portion of a building. A public building or work also does not have to be owned, leased by, or used by a federal agency if it meets other public work qualifiers. The inclusion of survey crew members is clarified as being included into the scope of laborers or mechanics depending on their time spent working. If a survey crew member is performing primarily physical or manual labor, or spends most of their time taking measurements on the project, they'd be covered by Davis-Bacon labor standards. The following terms have also had updates to their definitions. First, the agency and federal agency, and the site of the work, including updates to flaggers, material suppliers, and truck drivers. This covers the updates to the definitions under the Davis-Bacon Final Rule. Tune into the remainder of our series where we uncover additional changes to the original law, including wage determinations, compliance principles, and enforcement.
Thank you for watching this video. If you need further help or have prevailing wage questions, feel free to give us a call or reach out to us through our website. You can also follow us on our social media platforms for any future updates. Here at Alliant, we'll help you get compliant.